Yeah, thanks for Sreeram's very exciting
Yeah,
keynote.
I just want to start. Thank you so much, Yachi. I want to say, like, last night I got a text from Yachi at 11:30 p.m. saying, "Hey, Sriram, we need to meet." I'm like, "To meet tomorrow morning or what?" And it's like, "No, let's meet tonight."
Yes.
And like 12 to 12:45 a.m.
Yes.
We have a meeting, not about this, about other stuff that we're building.
Yeah.
That's how committed YQ is in actually getting his product to market ASAP.
Yeah, so we really want to push our like sort of restate rollup and all the like sort of amazing features along with the Sreeram and Eigen team. And yeah, today there are some tough questions.
Always welcome.
From the community. The first one is the easiest one. So yeah, as we all see from your keynote, right? We know like EigenLayer team is building all this amazing stuff, and when we like sort of look at the EigenLayer, so when we talk to a lot of projects, right? When we talk to them, like when you try to convince them, why do you think they want to use EigenLayer's restaking service to build a decentralized trust instead of doing, right, the typical like sovereign, like sort of validator and also consensus protocol? Yeah.
The bootstrapping problem, I think, is not well appreciated. So imagine I have a new consensus protocol that I want to start. Now, if I have to use my own token and my own trust network, then my entire security is capped by my own token value. This gives rise to a very hard bootstrapping problem, because if I don't have enough security, I can't get enough users. If I don't have enough users, my token value doesn't go up because there's no usage. If it doesn't go up, then there is basically like I'm just stuck in this death valley. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, a lot of teams come to us with this vague idea that you get ETH alignment.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means, Ethereum alignment.
Yeah.
But they come to us and say, "Oh, we want to get some Ethereum alignment." Practically, what it means is some of the people want to use, give rewards to ETH stakers as a way of bringing the Ethereum community along.
Yes.
So that's another thing. But when they come to us, the first thing we disabuse them of is this ETH alignment is not a long-term product market fit. Mm-hmm. It's not a great, it's a way to get started.
Yeah.
But the first thing you want to do is to design your system in such a way that it actually makes sense in the long run.
That's true.
And so, we think through with the teams about how they can actually use ETH staking to supply trust in addition to their own token. So dual staking is another major feature, which removes this mental barrier that should I use my own token for security or should I use ETH? There is no either or on EigenLayer.
Yeah.
You can use both.
That's true.
And you can use both in a way that security is additive, because you get your own quorum to certify something is correct, but you also get ETH to certify that the quorum is the transactions are correct. This basically removes any trade-off. And the way you think about it is, how much fees do I want to allocate to ETH quorum to make sure you have enough security from there? How much you want to allocate to your own community? So these are the main things. There's a fourth reason why people want to build on EigenLayer is some services are only possible to be built when other services exist.
Yeah.
Right? So an example is Witness Chain is building proof of location.
That's true.
So if you build a proof of location service, it's actually a decentralized network trying to find where the accessing nodes are located. So if you want to use this, what do you do with this service? If you're building on EigenLayer, other AVSs can use this service to reward geodiversity for operators. So having an ecosystem of services means you can super specialize and do the one thing that team's really good at. And one analogy is software as a service from the cloud.
Yes.
AVSs is the decentralized software as a service. The SaaS was the biggest investment sector in the last 20 years in VC. For good reason, because SaaS is specialized teams focusing on specialized products.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what AVS is unleash.
Yeah. That's amazing. I mean, in quick summary, right? We all know that it's very difficult to bootstrap a decentralized network. That's why from your previous tweets, you that definitely EigenLayer can help all the projects to build a much better POI system with a much easier bootstrap, and also with Ethereum alignment and dual staking and and of course enabling all the different Web2 services into Web3. Okay, the second one a little bit tougher. So as we all know, right? We know like EigenLayer basically is mainly used to provide the shared security for all the different like services via the AVS, right? But right now, I believe most of the community members and the participants here, we know EigenLayer because of EigenPoints and also LRTs. So the second question, like, what do you think about LRTs? Do you think LRT in the future will just replace all the existing LSTs? Yeah.
Um, LRT is liquid restaking token, for those of you who don't know. And the idea is you stake in Ethereum, you stake through EigenLayer, and then you issue a receipt token. It says, oh, this is your position. Now you can use this receipt token to have liquidity. So liquid restaking token. And is it going to be big? I think it's clear it is becoming big, right? Liquid restaking tokens, because, what you're doing when you're using a liquid staking token is an LST is only valuable if trust the operators who are running the LST. It's the same assumption for trusting an LRT. You have to trust the operators that they do the job correctly. Then one LRT will be equal to one ETH. Yeah. And because it's the same assumption, people are going to use, LRTs. Okay, so is it good or is it bad? LRTs actually perform a vital function. The vital function is when you have an LRT, otherwise you have to, on EigenLayer, you have to do like complex judgment on who's the operator set, what is the actively validated services that you're staking to, are you getting enough rewards, doing this kind of price negotiation, doing treasury management because you're getting paid in all these tokens. These are all the things that LRTs can abstract out for users. But, so that's a good part. And it's actually very good to also buffer the core layer of EigenLayer and Ethereum from any shocks that happen in the financial side. Yeah. Imagine somebody got liquidated in their thing. If the only way they can fulfill the liquidation is actually go and withdraw from EigenLayer and withdraw from Ethereum, the security of EigenLayer and Ethereum reduces. Instead, they can just transfer their token over. Yeah. It's actually much better. But the problem starts when people are doing leverage on top of LRTs. So you pledge your LRT, borrow ETH against it, and then loop it a few times. Extremely risky. Extremely risky. Please don't do it. Okay. So, this is actually coming due to mispricing of risk in lending markets. Right? I've said a lot of times that EigenLayer does not have any leverage. What I mean by that is you stake and you run operators correctly, you will not lose your ETH. Yeah. But if you take leverage, you're taking a price risk that one LRT will be equal to one ETH. One LRT may not be equal to one ETH in the short term because of all kinds of reasons. There may not be enough liquidity. Some of the LRTs don't have withdrawals enabled. Something might happen which may take intervention and governance to actually fix, and it'll take a week. In that time, the LRT price will plummet. All kinds of things can happen in the short term. So please be very, very, very careful in taking leverage on top of these things. It's like any other form of leverage.
Yeah. So I think in a quick summary and also some background, I believe right now for all the LRT, the total TVL probably around like 10 billion. So it's very huge. And as Sreeram mentioned, right? So it's like the LRT itself, it definitely you can earn extra rewards with them. But at the same time, just avoid this leverage from the different DeFi protocols to make sure you have a better, securities. And then the next question will be around this, right? So we all know that the beauty of EigenLayer is around like apart from this sort of LRT and EVS, is also about the slashing. So can you elaborate a little bit on this slashing mechanism for EigenLayer? And not sure whether you can share about the new design about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, in the coming weeks, the EigenLayer mainnet is going live.
Oh, alpha.
Alpha alert. No, it's we announced it publicly on Twitter 2 days back. EigenLayer mainnet will have several things like the stakers. Right now on the mainnet, only staking is live. No services. The stake is not deployed to actually secure services yet. So what is going live is stakers can delegate to operators,
Yes.
AVSs can launch,
Yes.
operators can opt into AVSs, EigenDA as one of the AVSs launch, rollups using EigenDA can launch. All of this happens in phases, many weeks.
Yeah.
So not a big bang, many weeks. But in this group of launch, what is not going live is slashing.
Yeah.
On the mainnet, when we go live, no slashing. Okay. This is two reasons. One is guarded, cautious approach. Want to make sure things are rolled out carefully. We did a gradual cap raise. Some of you may be familiar, starting from 25 million cap on total TVL to several phases. So we are testing out everything correctly. Same philosophy, slow, careful, steady, but improving all the while. So that's one thing. The second thing is for AVSs to actually build stable, robust slashing is going to take time.
Yeah.
But useful services can already be performed on mainnet. Slashing design, not yet public on exactly all the features. I've talked a little bit about pooled security.
That's true.
And attributable security, which is each AVS has a portion of slashing and redistribution. And more details will be forthcoming. So, too detailed to talk about now.
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, as Sreeram mentioned, right, there will be multi-stage, sort of midnight launch, and yeah, I believe there are a lot of new opportunities, and for everyone to participate in this midnight. Let's just look at the Twitter account. Yeah, and another question, like you just share a lot on EigenDA, right? So we know that for out of all the AVSs, EigenDA is definitely playing a very crucial role in this AVS and also Eigen ecosystem. So, like, can you share a little bit more on this EigenDA and how it plays the role in this Eigen ecosystem? Yeah.
Yeah. What is the role of EigenDA? Why did we build EigenDA on our EigenLayer? The first reason was, okay, when people are deploying stake and what is the most productive use that stake can be put towards? That's why we have these AVSs, and showcasing one powerful AVS, which is actually really valuable, is a way to bootstrap the ecosystem. So that's one of the reasons we built EigenDA. But why DA among all the other things? When you have a shared security ecosystem, when you have a group of nodes which are now like opting in and staking and running tens, hundreds, thousands of chains, if everybody has to do everything redundantly, then it'll centralize the whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
This is why we take a cautious approach, and EigenDA is a very lightweight AVS.
Yes.
Every node can only do a little bit, and together they do a lot. So EigenDA is a scaling substrate of the EigenLayer ecosystem.
Yeah.
In fact, we think EigenDA will become the scaling substrate of the Ethereum ecosystem itself.
That's true.
So that's the kind of foundational role. The other reason why like AVSs should use EigenDA is AVSs are built on the slashing mechanism.
That's true.
You make a claim, and if the claim is wrong, somebody can challenge you and slash you. Very important. That's how you get security. But the data inputs that you need for this slashing needs to be published on a high security zone. Otherwise, you can't do slashing. So to enable EigenLayer, you need data availability system, because EigenLayer is a crypto economic security.
That's true.
You need a scalable DA system. So EigenDA provides that role.
I see. It sounds like the EigenDA is really the core of the EigenLayer ecosystem. And then the last question will be, because we already you already mentioned about this multi-stage midnight, right? So roughly, what's the like 1 year or 2 year sort of roadmap or your planning around it for EigenLayer? And also, like, are there any exciting ideas for the community to build? And of course, the last question will be one token.
Yaoqi has to ask that. The upcoming phases beyond the mainnet, I said in the mainnet, we don't have slashing, but we also don't have payments on day one. So AVSs cannot pay stakers on the inside the protocol. So payments goes live
Yeah.
few months after the mainnet.
Yes.
So that's the first phase. Then after that, slashing goes live.
Yeah.
We expect both of these to be, 1/4 of each other after each other. So we're talking about Q2, Q3 to roll out these features. Looking ahead, what kinds of services do we expect or excited for people to build? Once you have payments and slashing live, now you can actually start building really powerful new services. One category, of course, we talk a lot about rollups because that's a core use case, and restake rollups that AltLayer is building is something we're super excited about.
Yeah.
Outside of rollups, co-processors is a major category. You sit on Ethereum, you sit on a rollup, but I want to call and run very powerful computation. Whether that is AI, whether that is homomorphic encryption, whether that is databases. I want to run a SQL database and make queries on top of blockchains. So these are inside the co-processor category. There is a huge range of things to be built. So any of you interested, please ping us, ping me on Twitter, DM me, or DM EigenLayer. When token,
Stay tuned.
no plans yet.
Thanks, Sreeram, for your time, and let's have another round of applause for Sreeram, and hope you enjoy the event next.
Thank you so much.